Hey cutie pies, it's Lanikia again, and I'm coming to you with a bold and beautiful edition of what happened on the soaps, or what happened on the soaps, the bold and beautiful edition. Today is Thursday, April the 14th, 2022, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it was, but today I'm gonna give it a 6, and that's only because of Steffy and them part. Okay, so we see Hope and Liam come in from getting coffee. And they're like, "Where did everybody go?" And Hope is just like, "Oh, I'm sure they're probably up, in the room with Steffi." He was like, "Yeah, you're right." So they sit down, and Bridget comes through, and they were like, "Hey, Bridget, any word?" And she said, "Oh my gosh, y'all didn't hear the news." Like, first of all, ma'am, okay. Oh my gosh, y'all didn't hear the news. Steffi woke up, and they're like, "Oh my gosh," and she was like, "She's not out of the woods yet, but her waking up is definitely great." And they're like, "Okay, cool." They're so happy, they're excited and everything. And so then we see Paris and Zende show up. Listen, I can't talk about anything, but Paris and this hair color I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But okay, girl, we're gonna go with it. So Paris and Zende show up, and they're just in shock, and Hope is like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot to call the office and tell the office what was going on." And they were like, "No, like y'all have so much to worry about. It's fine." But they was like, "Finn is really dead," and it was like, "Yes." And Paris said, "I was just hoping that was a bad nightmare or something." And they were like, "No, he's really gone." And Zende and Paris are just so shocked, and they're saying, "Well, what about Steffi?" And they was like, "Well, it's good news. Y'all came right on time. She just woke up, and her family's in there with her now." And they said, "How's Ridge doing?" And I was like, Ridge, he just wants to get to the bottom. He wants Steffi to be okay, and he wants to get to the bottom of what happened. And then they start reminiscing, like everybody has, about who could have done this. It has to be random. Why were they in the back of the alley? Listen, they don't have any answers to the questions, but you're just trying to figure it out. Because Zende and Paris says they are good people. Finn and Steffi, they don't get any better than that. They are really good people. So who in the world could possibly want to do this to them? They said, "We don't know, but we're gonna find out or whatever." And then Zende asked Liam, "How are you doing?" He was like, "Thank you for asking. It's tough, but we're gonna be there for Steffi, and we have a lot of history, and I'm just glad that we're there." And then he does bring up the fact, Liam, that he never really got to tell Finn how much he appreciated him for loving his daughter, no questions asked. And Hope says, "I'm sure he knew how much you appreciated and everything." And they're all saying, "We're gonna be there for Steffi." And then they talk about life being short. Now I think that's gonna lead to Zende trying to propose to Paris again, because he talks about life being short, and Paris gonna be like, "Yeah, life is short, and that's why I want to be with Carter." Sorry. But that's why I want to be with Carter. But that was pretty much it with this scene, y'all. I said, "Now listen, I know yesterday I said I wanted y'all to bring some new people in, but I didn't actually mean these two, but I'm going to ride with it. It is what it is." So then we go inside, right? So Steffi is waking up, and she says, "Sheila, no." And they're like, "Sheila, I thought they were going to kick Sheila out the room, but they let her stay." And so Ridge is really pushing. They tell Steffi, Thomas says, "You've been shot." Yeah, and then they start pushing her, like, "Why were you in the back of the alley? Why were you shot? Do you remember who shot you?" And Taylor says, "Y'all, we're not supposed to push her," because Bridget did tell y'all not to push her like this. But Ridge is like, "We got to find out. There's a lunatic on the loose. We need to find out who shot her, like, because they have a gun." And Sheila in the back, she coming up talking about, "You don't want to push her because it could be bad for her." And Ridge said, "I know what's best for my daughter. Mind your business." So he turns back around and he says, Steffi, who did this to you? Who did it?" And Steffi is like, "Shot? Why?" And they were like, "Yeah, she was shot in the back of an alley. Why were you there? We need to know why. Think. I know it's hard for you, but think." And Sheila says, "As a nurse in my professional you should not be pushing her like this." British turned around, looked at Sheila, and said, "No, Steffi." The disrespect. The disrespect, like Taylor even stopped talking because Ridge not finna listen to nobody. I'm not gonna call him a jerk because he want his daughter to be okay. But anyway, so he tells her, "Tell me who did this. What's going on?" And so she doesn't remember, but Sheila has her own reasons for not wanting her to remember everything. But I am kind of like, give her a beat, like give Steffi a beat. Even though, yes, I would have loved for her to wake up and be like, Sheila shot me, but Steffi is barely talking. She's barely talking. But Taylor does tell her, who did this to you? If you could tell us who did this to you, we will make sure no one else hurts you. And Sheila's looking, and did anybody notice, like, when Sheila pushes that hair behind her ear and her ear, she's very pretty. But then she's always been really pretty. But no, Sheila, you gonna get caught up on this one, girl. But how long are y'all gonna let this play out? How long is this gonna play out? This is like Steffi was in a coma for what, a week and so. Now she woke up and she has no memory, which most of us knew she wasn't going to remember who did it, because sometimes they don't remember right away, and that's why I'm like, just give her a minute to take a beat. But I hope this doesn't go on for like 2 months later. It's like, I remember who shot me. Like, I'm not in the store. I'm not riding that long. Y'all need to wrap this up. And like by next month at this time, wrap this up. We don't want to see this going on this long. But yeah, y'all, that was the Bold and the Beautiful today. Mama. That was the Bold and the Beautiful today. It was really short and sweet because, it was pretty much about them trying to get Steffi to wake up, and Steffi, is not waking up right now. So that was it today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I do have work from home videos on the channel, so be sure you check those out. This week they're dropping every day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central Time. The rest of the weeks they typically drop on Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. I mean 7 a.m. Central Time this week. Normally it's Tuesdays and Fridays 7 p.m. Central Time is when I do the work from home videos, and they are legit work from home jobs and everything. But y'all just tell me what you think about the Bold and the Beautiful Day. I try to make this video longer, but really it was short and sweet. Like, they had 2 scenes going on and that was it. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you tomorrow for a new edition of the Bold and the Beautiful. Bye.